Welcome back, everyone. Here we are in the second edition of the 11th mission in the NOD campaign. This one we will be completing this mission. Last time you picking up right where we left off, so you didn't miss anything off screen. Not that I typically do that, but there are times I know in RTS games where progress, air quotes, you can put that around, isn't necessarily made tangibly per se. Things have to be built or resources have to be gathered, so I will skip ahead. Sometimes I've done that in the past, but not right now. Command & Conquer game's a little bit quicker paced, so right now I'm just gathering some more funds. You see I'm pretty depleted. You can eradicate this base or this village down here, and it really doesn't gain you anything other than getting that church destroyed. I'm going in with another with the first rush though. The first rush, this is important to execute. You'll see, as I said, you'll get assaulted from some orcas. The advanced guard tower can hit you if you stray too far east here. See that orca is gonna get you're gonna get his attention. 2 rocket soldiers should be able to take it out after another trip. You want to target one of these wall areas with your rocket soldiers. Careful not to hit a power plant or a con yard. Once you punch a hole in there, you can send your engineer in. Looks like we did hit one of their structures. That con yard is going to get just pummeled right away by the advanced guard tower, so I won't even really bother with trying to build off of it. Just sell immediately, get some money, so you can get your next rush in. And those can be tricky. That advanced guard tower has very good range, even longer, more range than you would expect. I'll squash you like a bug. So you got to be careful with them. They will target your units and they will hit your engineers without even you thinking they're going to have range. That's why if you go for their power plants first, if you can neutralize that advanced guard tower threat, you're going to have a good time securing most of their buildings. The barracks can be tricky too, and if you eliminate that barracks, life's a lot easier for you because that sucks. That was stupid. Really, the majority of the units that do attack you are kind of a nuisance, but they are infantry. So by taking that barracks out, you can eliminate maybe 70 or 80 units down the road. Part of that's economy, but I wouldn't really worry about going for a harvester quite yet. Unfortunately, this mission would be made insanely easier with an APC, but you can see right here why you need that repair facility. They'll send that mammoth tank in. That mammoth tank can be destroyed by a couple obelisks though, so don't be over concerned by its presence. 2 obelisks will really not take much damage against 1 mammoth tank, frankly, so don't start crapping your pants or anything. Take it out. Send them the harvester back out there, and that's usually the only one they'll come at you with. If you, maybe you're dilly-dallying a little bit, but that should be it. So, as I said, that APC would be very nice to have, but we don't have the luxury of having one, so you're going to have to walk each of your units up to their base. That being said, got to be careful to make sure that no units are in your way, because they frequently send units down at you. They will target your engineers, and that's get upwards of a $2,000 investment every time you're making a rush. Don't want to lose that. That's a couple vehicles right there. Keep working on it. Once you get more entrenched in their base, you have the luxury of selling one of your obelisks or maybe both. We're not there yet. But you can see how many. I have 7 power plants. You're gonna need 7, maybe 8 if you want to put another one down. So I have that obelisk of light of NOD on the ready, so I probably should cancel it because I'm needing silos, but I'm going to prepare for my next rush, conceding the fact that I'm probably going to fail potentially. So you can see right there that comm center is available. That should probably be your next target if you want to be able to put an obelisk of NOD down. That should be your next target because it's furthest away from any other threats. Allows you to kind of pinpoint different units in that base that would be a threat to you, but they still have a pretty good stream of funds coming in, as you can tell by their assault. So it's not like, oh, I get in there with my obelisks, I'm going to be squeaky clean, nobody's going to attack me, I can just pick them apart. Obelisks of Light have NOD have really weak they're really weak physically. They don't take damage well, so they will get destroyed by maybe a group of 7 or 8 grenadiers, and a rocket soldier will destroy it, reducing its hit points very rapidly. So still watching this Wimbledon match. Looks like it's the semis of Wimbledon. I'm a tennis fan. Want Federer to win here. I would love to see him win another Wimbledon, but you know, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Do not know if that's gonna happen, quite frankly, but he has a good opportunity right now. Djokovic is out.
Building.
Wawrinka is out. Nadal obviously is out. Murray is really his only threat after Raonic. Okay, so just keep managing those guys. Well, I'll be darned. Burning my engineers while we're at it. That's why the northernmost unit is a very important thing to maintain, obviously, at this point. We don't really want to be sending our units too far north. You start to send them back to where that original starting point was for you, and they're just going to start picking you off and sending units directly to that location, as opposed to down towards your base where you can also, you know, take them out at the same time. It's not too big of a fiscal investment, I suppose, to lose a minigunner here and there, but it's kind of something that's a little bit annoying just to micromanage. So just keep pumping out some. Yeah, if you get in that situation where you have that obelisk of NOD triggered or ready to go, you need to get some silos out there. Just knock it off. I'll put an airstrip down at this point. Really not that great of an option in this mission. I don't even know why they give you this stealth tank cutscene before this mission when you don't get access to it. It's like they're tempting you or something with that, so you don't actually have the ability to make stealth tanks. That blew, literally, harvester blew up. Okay, so we're going to put another harvester on the map. We might need that at some point, and this is a mission that you can really get a lot of funds towards the end and really pump a lot out. So, yes, I'm recording this right now still in the decisive 5th set with Federer and Milos Raonic. Okay, devoted. Not watching that one right now, and very well could be, okay? In the other room, getting these videos recorded. So, that is the Apache helicopter. If you recognize, that is the same design, essentially, that is given to the Allies in Red Alert 1. Different function, though. That one's more of an air to surface missiles. This is some type of gun, some machine gun attached to it, or I suppose, if you will. Very good against light vehicles, as you can see right there, but amazing against infantry. Obviously, pretty vulnerable to rocket soldiers, but on the whole, it's very effective in groups when going against infantry. It can do decent against structures as well. Armored vehicles, you put up against a medium tank, it's not really that fruitful or anything like that. Watch out right there. Sometimes those guys will get kind of locked up. They won't send their units down at you. That can cause an issue and a bottleneck for you. So make sure you're managing your units well. Not sending them into the fray like that, because they will just plow through you. Looks like they're getting ready for a relatively decent sized assault. It's weird that they send that Humvee ahead forward beforehand. I mean, you're decreasing the success rate of your own assault if you're minimizing the amount of units that reach a target at the same time and they're spread out. That's basic commandeering 101. Get our harvester out of there. We don't want to lose another $1,400 investment. In these situations, typically target the armored units first, but we should be okay. Just get your repairing down. You can take out medium tanks real quick, sometimes 2 hits, predominantly 3 hits to do that. So immediately following that assault, we can send our units in. Hopefully we don't get A-10 airstrike burned up this time.
Building.
And you can get up, if you have some discretionary income right now, you can get a repair facility going for yourself. I know I double take quite a bit when I see that cargo plane flying in, especially playing as NOD. You get so trained to believe that it's going to be the A-10 Warthogs coming in, burning you up.
Yes, sir. You got it. Yes, moving out. Acknowledged.
Alright, so it looks like we just got news as to who it is.
Moving out. Moving out.
It's a 25-year-old. His name is Micah Xavier Johnson. No criminal record.
Yes, affirmative.
Dang.
You got it.
Dang, dang, dang.
Reporting.
Such sad events last night with the Dallas shootings. It's unbelievable. I don't want to get into it too much. This is not really the channel to do that, but it's scary. It's sad and it's scary. I believe. I mean, I don't know if his anger was directed just towards white cops in general or whites in general. I don't know if that was even the issue or if there was something else religiously driven. We'll find out. But regardless, it's sad for anybody from any perspective. It's an awful thing. So clear up some space. Watch out right there. Looks like we do have the chance to get our engineers to send them in there, even though it just says an attack cursor on it. I would start repairing and targeting that advanced guard tower very soon. Capture that, and guys, I'm cutting ahead right now. Cutting ahead a little bit. I sold off that comm center. I did take out the advanced guard tower. I just wanted to cut ahead slightly because really not much happens in the next 15 minutes of my recording. So we're back at it now. The thing about the Obelisk of Nod is that it will not target on its own structures. It will simply target units. So if any units are in range, it will target them immediately, but you're going to have to force target with, not force target, but just drag it over with your Obelisk of Nod if you want to take out structures. Don't take out those silos. Make sure you capture them. That's a worthwhile investment. It's a good trade-off to send one engineer in for a silo. You'll make money. Okay, doing well. You can make your own helipads right now as well if you didn't already know that. I don't know why my Apache's over there anyways. But I'm going to cut ahead in a little bit again, or actually I'm going to put in fast forward just as to what happens from here on out. This base is actually pretty small, especially for a 11th mission, third to last. You'd think it'd be a more substantial base. Maybe that's just the image that is created in the GDI campaigns because you have more to work with offensively. On the whole, though, if I'm commenting about the difficulty of campaigns, NOD is far more difficult. There's a lot more technical and microing that has to be done in order to complete these missions. Get another Obelisk of NOD up. It's no big deal. You can kind of be, you don't have to be frugal anymore. Target that advanced guard tower. It's probably the most efficient way to take out, or any other units. Send your engineers in there. You do have a couple guard towers left. At this point, it's probably most effective even to just use minigunners. Minigunners in a group are surprisingly good. So I'm going to put this one in fast forward in a second. See you guys there.
Unit ready. Building. Unit.
Alright, so we're in the middle of this right now. I'm post-recording this one narration-wise, if you can't already tell. And at this point, you're just searching out some units. I put the game speed on super fast, so it's even faster now. But this is just to secure more funds for the next missions. I believe they carry over into the next mission, and the next one you do support a base. So it'll be worth your while. Tons of silos. Start selling your structures. Take out that harvester, and that's all she wrote. We're going to go through the cutscenes real quick. This is kind of a classic one to introduce the Obelisk of NOD. Does this one say... Oh yeah, this one's a map, I think. Yep, map targeting those vehicles. So this one's cool. I think this one's also in Blackout, the first cutscene that you see in Covert Ops too. So take those out with the Obelisk of NOD. Burn, Humvees. So that is how you complete the 11th mission. Don't get discouraged. I've failed many times at the beginning of this one too. Make sure you're just focusing on your northern group, okay? Do that and worry about the southern group later. Don't complicate things for yourself. And make sure you're capturing that harvester. That's very key. If you don't get that harvester at the beginning when you capture their refinery, it can It can stall your progress. So in this one, there's only really one option. They give 2 errors on Botswana, and I'm assuming Lesotho's in the middle of Botswana, but I don't really consider it there. I don't know if Lesotho was a nation. I don't know. I think it was a nation then. But just select it, and we'll watch the cutscene. It's a pretty interesting one. I'll see you guys next time in the 12th and second to last mission.
It has been truthfully said that knowledge is power. As you are no doubt aware, GDI has begun field testing its satellite-based ion cannon despite your previous success. Unfortunate. But it does provide one with an interesting speculation. Inside this communications satellite are the security codes that provide GDI access to this ultimate weapon. It is imperative that the Brotherhood secure these codes now. You must capture the center and retrieve the security codes from their databases. Be steadfast. Do not be deterred, no matter what the cost.
No mercy. Just in preparation.
Hey, my secret weapon!